So this is the Envision Grade 5, Topic 2, Lesson 2, Rounding Whole Numbers and Decimals. The essential question for this lesson is how can you round whole numbers? So remember, whenever you are rounding, if the number is 0 to 4, the number is actually going to stay the same. I just draw this line to indicate staying the same. And if the number is 5 to 9, then it tells it to go up. One thing I always say is that whatever number is underlined is going to be the number that changes, and the number beside it is going to be the boss. So the number to the right is always right, and that is the boss. So in this number here, we're going to be changing 6, but the number to the right is always right, and that's the boss. So the 0 is going to tell the 6 what to do. And so in this number, the 0 is, if we look at 0, and if it's 0 to 4, it's going to tell it to stay the same. So in this number, it's going to tell it to stay the same. So the number now is going to be 32 and 6/10. We don't need that 0 on the end. For number 2, we're going to do the same thing. This is the number that's going to change. The number that is on the right is the boss. He's always right. He's going to tell this number what to do. So the 3 is on the right of that underlined number. So that 3 is going to tell the 9 what to do. So we're looking at that 3. Now that 3 is always right. That's the boss. And if it's 0 to 3, it's telling it to stay the same. If it's 5 to 9, it's going to tell it to go up. Well, that 3 falls in this category here where it's going to tell it to stay the same. So our number now is going to be 489 million, and the rest are going to be zeros. All right. Again, number 3, the 4 is going to change or stay the same. The number on the right is the boss. So that 6 is going to tell the 4 what to do. So the 6 is in this category. It's going to tell it to go up. So it's going to tell that 4 to go up. So it's 325,000, and the rest changed to 0. So that 6 tells that 4 to go up. All right. Now this one's a decimal. All right, so you got your zeros, a number that's underlined, but the 7's on the right. 7's going to tell them what to do. So the 7's going to tell the 0 what to do. The 7 is in 5 to 9 right here, so it's going to tell it to go up. So the 7's going to tell this number to go up. So it's 32 and 1/10. The rest changed to zeros, but we really don't need them, so we're just going to leave it blank. So it says number 5, name 2 different numbers that round to 30 or round to the nearest 10. There's a couple different numbers we could use. I could use 29. So we're round to the nearest 10, so I'm underlining my nearest tens place. My 9 is going to tell my 2 to go up, so it's going to be 30. We could also use a number like 31, round to the nearest 10. That 1 is going to tell the 3 to stay the same, so it's going to be 3, and the rest changes zeros. So these are 2 numbers you could use that could be rounded to the nearest 10. All right, in 2000, Italy produced 7,464,000 tons of wheat, and Pakistan produced 21,079,000 tons of wheat. Round each country's wheat production in tons to the nearest 100,000. So I'm going to write this number out for me. So that's Italy, and then Pakistan, and it told us to round it to the nearest 100,000. So our 100,000 places here, I'm going to underline that. 100,000 places here, I'm going to underline that. Number that we're rounded to is on the right is the boss. So the 6 is the boss of 4. And over here, the 7 is the boss of 0. So since it's 6 tells us to go up. So it's going to make this number go up. So it's going to be 7,000,005. And then the rest are going to be zeros, 100,000. Same thing here, 21 million. And then that 7 right here is going to tell that number to go up, tell that 0 to go up, and the rest change to zeros. All right, 8 and 9, the directions say the price of wheat in 1997, I'm going to write this out, is $3.38. Oh, mark it again. $3.38 per bushel. In 1998, the price was $2.65 cents per bushel. Round the price per bushel of wheat for each year to the nearest tenth of a dollar. Now the tenth place is here. 10th place is here. All right, let's go ahead and find our person to the right. Our person to the right is going to tell that 3 what to do. Our person to the right is going to tell our 6 what to do. Now, since it is 8, it's going to tell it to go up. So that 8 is going to tell it to go up to 4. 3 and 4. It was dollars. We need to have that 0 there. And then the next one is that 5 is going to tell that 6 to go up. Okay. All right. Which number rounds to 15,700,000? We round to the nearest 100,000. So what I would do is I would go to the 100,000 place and I would underline each one. And then I would go to the right and see which one's telling it what to do. Okay. Remember, we're trying to get that spot right there to be 7. And the only one that I can see that's going to make that number round to 7 is D. Because that 5 is telling that 6 to go up to 7. Okay. So for number 11, write a definition of rounding in your own words. And this is going to be something that you come up with in your mind. But if I were to do this, I could write something like rounding helps you maybe change or adjust a number to make it easier to use. For example, if I'm in the grocery store and I'm trying to kind of add up my groceries in the store so I can see if I have enough money, I might round or estimate. That could possibly be one to see if about how much I have in groceries in my cart so I have enough money when I go to the checkout. So, all right, guys, this was lesson 2-2 for the grade 5 Envision, rounding whole numbers. The essential question was, how can you round whole numbers? So if you need any help with any of this, please make sure that you comment for me below. Also, like and subscribe to the channel. Thanks, guys.